What goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. Another beautiful day to be alive, as they say. Even in the chaotic moment, I woke up with my power out today, and I'm just like, it's too hot for all this nonsense. But thank you to the Novec power crews. You guys get kudos for only ensuring that my power was only out for less than an hour. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you guys for fighting to get that done. I always got to give love and respect to the blue collar workers out here. All right. Okay. So today's one of the day we're going to be random because we are running behind schedule. Is palatable, stands for agreeable to the taste, acceptable to the mind of sensibilities. I always like to find common ground. You know, we live in an age where people think that finding common ground means that they're losing. And it's not, because a lot of countries, even the quote unquote third world countries, find common ground to ensure that war does not happen and to build economic partnerships. And hopefully they do it in the right way so that the quote unquote trickle down theory can happen to getting their local people access to capital and getting their local people to be able to have more jobs and whatnot. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't work. But being more agreeable and being more, I like to call it just being an adult and being professional and knowing that not everything is going to work itself out in the way that you want at 100% angle. And if it always does, and that just shows me how selfish and arrogant you are, and how you come from a tyrant perspective instead of a diplomatic perspective. So I'll leave it at that. Okay. But anyways, work your best to be more palatable in this life so that you can have more successful friendships, relationships, and partnerships with any and everybody that comes into your life that matters. The quote Damon Dash, he says, "I'm not going to fight for something I don't own." And I couldn't agree with you more on that. Couldn't agree with him more on that statement, because a lot of people, and I've seen this a lot of people love to fight for things that they don't own. A great example, like you have people that will fight for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I don't care what you like or you don't like. I'm just using them as an example. And they don't own Donald Trump, and they don't own Joe Biden, and they don't even own houses or businesses that are in the same ballpark as these individuals, and most likely never will. Not, you know, as George Carlin says, it's a big party. You ain't invited, but you're gonna fight people in the streets over a matter that you disagree over. When these people, and there's nothing wrong, you know, they are who they are at the end of the day. I don't have anything against anybody because it's just not worth my time. But they, you know, have elite conversations, and majority of the time, the people that are staunch supporters don't have elite conversations. Just because you have some religious agreements and some political agreements, but do you have the economic agreements? That's what because at the end of the day, you see the $20 sign behind me. When you go to the gas station, your political beliefs don't mean a hill of beans. You got to pay for the gas, regardless of what party. You know, you go to a restaurant that you like, you got to pay. You live in a place, whether you rent or own, you got to pay. You know, you got health insurance, you got to pay. You go to the hospital, you got to pay. You got to pay to play. That's the name of the game. So that's why I said the only place that most people should worry about arguing over is the economic conversation. Everything else is just, at this point, nothing but entertainment. Like, arguing politics to me is like people arguing over a football game and arguing over a freaking basketball game. It's the funniest thing on the planet, and I leave it at that. You know, nobody's going to change my mind in that aspect. That's where I can't find common ground, is trying to make me believe that, you know, having those kind of debates make you smarter and make you better. And when 9 times out of 10, you don't even work in those specific industries and whatnot. So you work in, you know, you're in construction, you work in the financial sector, you know, you work in the medical industry, but you want to debate over things like that. So it is what it is. And at the end of the day, like I said, when you own something, that makes you want to fight for it more. Like, people don't own their children, but they help create them and whatnot. And they will fight for them till the day they die and whatnot. So that's something to fight for. Fighting for your life, that's something to fight for. Fighting for the home you own, that's something to fight for. Fighting for the business you own, that's something to fight for. All right. So learn to fight for things like that matter. All right. Do the great 3 things: like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Don't forget to check out my online store. Support your local entrepreneurs. And obviously, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, don't forget to sign up with WEBULL, Stash, acornscrypto.com, Coinbase. All those links are in my description. As I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live like a fool. Take care.